What's up, Taiwan? How's it going? I'm Erika Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. With a little over a month left to go before local elections, the mayoral race in the southern city of Kaohsiung is heating up. The incumbent is hoping for re-election with a big turnout on election day. But as Erika reports, his opponent says that's unrealistic.
Aiming for big numbers, incumbent mayor of the southern city of Kaohsiung, Kinmen, says he hopes to win 1 million votes in November's election. The city has 2.3 million eligible voters, and the previous voting record was 993,000 in 2014. The ruling party candidate says with a second term, his city's population could surpass that of the capital, Taipei. But his main opponent says that's a tall order.
超越台北论述，先让我们先超越台中的人数吧，好不好？话不要讲那么多。我们现在2年，年轻人离开了4万多人，先把我们的人口量赢过台中，先不要想双倍。
Sun is confident he can win resident support by meeting their expectations.
谦虚的来倾听民意，然后把民众切身关切的问题把它解决就对了。我想谦虚的一步一步的实实在在的做事情，这个是市民的期待。
Support polls show that Sun is currently leading Ke by a wide margin. If everyone who says they support him shows up on voting day, Sun could hit his target of 1 million. Rick E. and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's Statistics Office says the country has improved in global human development rankings. The United Nations released its annual development index in September, but did not include Taiwan as it is not a UN member state. Taiwan's statistics agency says if it had been included, the country would have ranked 19th in the world, up 4 places from the year before and better than Japan and South Korea. Taiwan's best scores would have been in the fields of economics, healthcare, and education. With Taiwan now reopened to international tourism, attention is turning to when its ports will welcome cruise ships once again. Keelung Harbor on the north coast, where 90% of such ships dock, has seen just 6 cruises this year. That's down from the 300 ships it welcomed each year before the pandemic. 79 ships are scheduled for next year, and a full recovery is expected in 2024. The Transport Ministry has sent guidelines for resuming cruise dockings to authorities overseeing Taiwan's pandemic response. It says it hopes for a decision within the next few days. Taiwanese farmers are getting a boost with the news that the Japanese prefecture of Ibaraki has agreed to buy 66,000 tons of their bananas. The bottom dropped out of Taiwan's banana market in September, and local prices have remained low. The Council of Agriculture hopes the major purchase from Japan will help to stabilize the market. Taiwan and Ibaraki signed an agreement 4 years ago on food and cultural exchanges. Many of the bananas heading for Japan will end up in student lunches in the prefecture's elementary and middle schools. A fashion show has been held on Taiwan's most beautiful train, the Future Express. It is the train that won the 2020 Good Design Award, and on Monday, they showcased the collections of a luxury wedding dress brand from the U.S. Our reporter Sandy Chi was there.
Take a look at all these people behind me. Today, we are at Nankang train station in northern Taiwan. And together, we are going to board this train right on the right-hand side. And this trip is not going to be an ordinary one. This is the country's Future Express train, introduced to the public in 2020 by the Taiwan Railways Administration. And today, some of the passengers are in for even more of a treat. These models have transformed the carriages into their very own runway. A wedding dress brand is showcasing their collection.
To bring a total different feeling to the audience. So we think, oh, probably train on the land is a good concept.
So what did the passengers think of the setting?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like this before, and it was quite difficult. I don't know if you guys have experience, but that train was going like this. Yeah. Even sitting, I was like, this is a little wobbly, so I was impressed with everything they were doing. The clothes has movement to it, and then the train has movement, and you have a moving background, which is something that you never really get to see.
It's hard to believe that this was once an old diesel locomotive train from the 1970s. The 50-year-old Zhuguang Express used to be part of many people's commutes.
The trip today was just 93 kilometers all the way to Hsinchu City. In a country where train travel plays an important part in everyone's lives, adding a little bit of luxury and entertainment makes the trip much more shorter. However, for today, the 1.5-hour trip was a little bit too short for me. Kama Xu and Sandy Chi in Hsinchu for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's outlying Kinmen County held its annual Tunnel Music Festival. This year, in response to the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, the event was themed War and Peace. The organizer hoped to express the desire for peace from an old military site that's less than 10 kilometers off China's southeast coast. Our reporter Yu Jinghuang was there.
An unusual setting for a concert, but every year, these old military tunnels in Taiwan's outlying Kinmen County are host to a very special performance. Musicians entertain an audience of festival goers lining the dark passages. It's a far cry from the tunnel's original purpose, shielding Taiwanese forces from a potential Chinese invasion.
Kinmen lies just a few kilometers from China. Looking across the water, you can easily see the Chinese coast. In 1949, the losing nationalists in China's civil war retreated to Taiwan, and Kinmen became the front line separating the two sides. Traces of war like this can be seen throughout the island.
These days, Kinmen boasts a thriving tourism industry, and military sites like the tunnels are popular attractions. For concert director Zhang Zhenjie, it's a setting with more resonance this year.
今年的主题叫做战争与和平。我相信所有的人跟我一样，在今年2月的时候，乌俄战争给我们一个很大很大的震撼。我更想表达出我们对和平的渴望。在这个曾经有战争过的地方，我们用音符来告诉大家，全世界期待的是和平，永远的和平。
The floating stage was decorated with flowers in the colors of the Ukrainian flag, with the concert program featuring war-themed pieces. One of the performances was from the classic Beijing opera, Farewell My Concubine, which depicts the story of a warlord in ancient China who faces total defeat in battle. Its main performer, Zhu Luhao, felt the setting helped with getting into character.
可是我自己在做传统戏曲演出的时候，好像那个感觉并没有那么的深刻啊。虽然你扮上戏服、西楚霸王的样子，可是你觉得好像就是舞台上在表演一个故事而已。但是今天第2次回到坑道，然后又唱了这首《霸王别姬》的垓下歌，那再加上整个世界的局势是这么纷乱啊，那我也自己在唱的时候，深刻能体会历史上楚汉相争、霸王战败的心情，而且他是要跟他最爱的女人虞姬来这个生离死别。
Because of Kinmen's proximity to China, many Taiwanese performed their military service here, making this war-themed show particularly poignant for those of them in the audience.
太感动了，我40年之前来这边当兵，趁这个机会来听这个意义更不凡。
A soothing melody to close the show, in stark contrast to the conflict in Ukraine, and Kinmen's own past as a military holdout. This concert was a reminder that peace is always worth fighting for. Damon Lin and Eugene Huang for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with images of the Champion Stakes horse racing at Ascot, UK, where the previously unbeaten racehorse Bayid was finally defeated in the last race of his career. I'm Erika Liu. Take care and see you next time.